I'm back with another video today, and today's video is just going to be based on some basic tips. So I hope that these tips will be helpful to you, because sometimes our intentions are good and we mean well, and sometimes when we don't know, we just don't know, and it is our duty as persons with disability to educate you and bring more awareness when it comes to disability issues. So I hope that some of these videos so far has been educational to you and to make you aware of some do's and don'ts that you don't do when it is specific to persons with disability, especially as someone in a wheelchair, because I am speaking from my point of view as a wheelchair user. When you are inviting someone out, especially when they are in a wheelchair like myself, please make sure that place is accessible. And when I mean accessible, I mean fully accessible, especially with the ramp. Sometimes people think that when there is a ramp, that means access. The ramp would be there, but it may not be properly designed for that person to be able to access it. Sometimes they have ramps that are very steep, and then you have it like this going up a mountain. Or there may be some ramps that may look straight to you, but they also still have a little steep within it. And maybe that I will put a picture somewhere in this video that you'll be able to have a visual, because sometimes people understand better by having a visual in front of them, so you can understand exactly what they mean. We know sometimes that your intentions are good. Sometimes what may look accessible to you is not to us, because we know exactly what is needed for us. Now this is the ramp I promised I would have put, so you can have a visual. So a ramp like this would have me actually struggling to get up because it wasn't designed right, and then I will need help. And as I always say, we always want our independence, so be mindful when you're asking us out to think of things like this. That's all we're asking. Most wheelchair users can attest to this. And this is for able bodied persons, especially if you are tall. Most of the time when you are speaking to a person in a wheelchair, please don't stand too close, especially if you are tall, because then you will have me actually like this, straining my neck, trying to look up to actually hear, looking at you. The best position that you can place yourself is in front of the person, where you can have a better eye contact. Not to be having me looking up like this with my neck straining like this. When you are pushing someone in a wheelchair, sometimes it may not come off as intentional, because we are human, and sometimes things may happen instantly where you may have to react to that situation. For instance, you may forget something, and then in not realizing that you are also pushing at the same time, when you realize that you forgot something, that you let go the person's chair without their knowledge, and then here they go rolling down the road. So the best thing to do is to ask the person to break up the chair, or if that person isn't able to break up the chair, you do it for them before you move to what you are going to do. Because as I said, we are all humans, and sometimes things happen instantly where we have to react to it. So if you are pushing someone in a wheelchair, at least acknowledge to them that you are moving and not let go, because sometimes you won't be able to feel that movement behind of you, whereas the person let go, and then you realize the chair is rolling, going. And some person may not be in a position where they may be able to hold on to their wheel to be able to stop it. So the best thing is to do is to acknowledge to that person, and if they are in a position where they are not able to do it, you do it for them. In spaces that are designated for persons with disability, we find often that able-bodied persons are in those places, and sometimes those spaces are very limited, and then you still use them. And although your argument may be that when you don't use them every day, that's not the point. You don't know when we are going to use them, and why would you want to use them anyways when you don't have a disability? That doesn't make sense. And so all we're asking you to do is please be mindful of the designated areas and parks elsewhere, because they are designated for us to use. And when we go and use them and then you are there, then it makes it harder for us when we are going to certain places that we have to take a longer journey to get there, when we can simply use that parking space that was designated for us to make it easier on us. So all we're asking you to do is just be mindful. That's all it needs. Be mindful. I hope that these videos has been enlightening and they has been useful so that you can see it from my point of view. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, share the video, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos.